The film begins and we see a gagged woman wake up in the woods. She walks into a clearing and finds 11 others in the same situation. They find a wooden crate in the middle and a man opens it. Inside is a large amount of different weapons including guns and knives. The blonde woman then finds a key and everyone removes the gags from their mouths. They load up with guns but suddenly they are shot at from a distance. The blonde is hit in the head and dies right in front of a man named Trucker. One guy charges towards the attacker's direction but he too is shot down. Trucker then helps a wounded girl run into the woods but he unfortunately steps on a landmine and they both die. After the initial chaos, 4 captives meet up and arrive at a barbed wire fence. They cover the wire with their clothes and 3 make it over but 1 man is killed from an arrow. The 3 captives run down a road and come across a small gas station owned by a couple named Miranda and Julius. The captives ask where they are and Julius says Arkansas. One man calls the police and says he was drugged and woke up to being hunted. He says they are in Manorgate, which is a conspiracy theory about the rich elites hunting people for fun. The policeman doesn't say much but tells him they are coming. The female captive then eats a powdered donut but she collapses because it was actually poisonous. They then turn and look at the couple, and they throw a poison gas grenade at them because they are actually hunters. This knocks down one captive, and the other man charges the couple but is killed by Julius, who has a shotgun. Julius then walks over to the poisoned man and finishes him off for good. Finally, they clean up the station to be ready for their next victim. Once finished, they get a call from someone named Athena who is in charge of the hunt. She warns the couple that another one is coming their way and to have some fun. Minutes later, an army veteran captive named Crystal slowly walks in. She wants to buy some cigarettes but she notices the prices are way too high for Arkansas. She knows they are part of it so she slams Miranda on the counter and grabs their shotgun. She shoots Julius then turns and finishes Miranda. Crystal then loads up on ammo and walks outside. She inspects a pickup truck and removes a fake license plate to discover she is actually in Croatia. She goes to enter it but notices it is rigged with a booby trap. She listens to the dead couple's radio and hears Athena and others talking. Suddenly, a drone flies overhead and inspects the gas station but someone shoots it down. Athena then tells the others to turn the radio off cause a captive might be listening. A few minutes later, Crystal sees the man who shot the drone down. He goes to enter the pickup truck but she jumps out and warns him. His name is Gary and he is a conspiracy theory podcaster. The two find some train tracks and Gary states he too thinks they are in Manorgate and are being hunted by the rich. Suddenly, a train passes by and they sprint and jump onto it. They hear some noise inside and discover a train car full of refugees. Crystal is confused and Gary is positive that they are just actors playing a role for the hunt. He gets ready to shoot them but suddenly the train is stopped by the Croatian army. They walk out with their hands up and talk to one of the soldiers. Gary tries to explain that he and Crystal have been trapped in Manorgate but they turn away. Suddenly, one of the supposed refugees speaks in English and reveals he is part of the hunt. His name is Mike and he states the soldiers are real and aren't part of the hunt. Finally, he tells them once they get through this he'll give them a head start to get away. This makes Gary angry though, and he steals one of his grenades and blows him up by shoving it in his pants. Crystal is then driven to a refugee camp where she is questioned by 2 supervisors. She then meets another escaped captive who is named Dawn. They talk for a bit then a U.S. embassy worker named Oliver arrives. On the drive, Oliver questions them about their situation and asks why they think they were chosen. They don't know, and he suspiciously states they must have been selected for a reason. Crystal then turns and kicks him in the face and throws him out of the car door. She takes the wheel, reverses the car, then runs Oliver over which kills him. Dawn is shocked and thinks she is crazy, but when they open the trunk they find a dead Gary and realize Oliver was a hunter. They then find a bag full of bribe money and a map of the area. They also realize they are the only 2 remaining captives from the initial 12. We then see a bunker with all the elites and they wonder where Oliver is. There are a few of them, and also a soldier named Sergeant Dale who they hired for consultation. One elite named Richard leaves the bunker to go to the bathroom. As he urinates, Crystal sneaks up and swiftly kills him. Dale then hears something and tells everyone to get up and hold their guns like he taught them to. The elites become worried and anxiously look out the windows. Crystal then appears and kills 3 of them using a pistol and an arrow. She uses a rifle to kill a third then takes to a sniper to eliminate a man trying to escape. Only Sergeant Dale remains and the 2 get into an intense struggle. After some fighting, she gets the upper hand and knocks him out with a bat. Once everyone is down, Dawn enters the bunker and picks up a gun. Suddenly, Athena comes over the radio and asks Dawn if he killed Crystal yet. Dawn denies that he's a hunter but he refuses to drop his gun. Athena yells to kill her but Dawn says they are being played. Crystal then shoots and kills Dawn because he would not lower his weapon. Crystal tells Athena that Dawn is dead, and she replies saying come and get me. She then walks over to the consultant Dale who is still barely alive. He eventually reveals Athena's location and he warns her that she has been training for this moment. Crystal then finishes Dale off and we see a flashback to 1 year ago. It shows Athena in an office where she learns one of her employees and close friends was hacked. A man tells her a text thread with her and other elites was leaked. In the messages, Athena talks about an upcoming hunt and how she is excited to kill 12 people. But apparently the Manorgate was just a big joke between the friends. But the public discovered the messages and think it's real. Athena then laughs at this, but the man is serious and says Julius and Miranda and the other elites have already lost their jobs. The man then tells Athena she is done being CEO of the company and she becomes angry. Later in the flashback, all the fired elites gather together and decide to actually carry out a Manorgate for revenge. They look through the internet and find the people who spread the leaked group chat. We see pictures of Gary and the others, and the elites vote on which 12 they want to kill. They then see a picture of Crystal who posted an offensive message about Athena, and they decide she'll be hunted. We go back to the present and Crystal approaches Athena's manor. Athena tells her to put her gun in the mailbox or she'll blow her up with hidden C4. Crystal then cautiously enters the home and finds pictures of the 12 captives on the wall. In the kitchen, she comes face to face with Athena and Crystal says she has no idea who she is. Athena accuses her of running her mouth on the internet, but Crystal says she never posted any messages. She says Athena got the wrong Crystal, and someone shares the same name as her and she even gets her mail sometimes. Athena doesn't believe her and the two begin to fight. Crystal grabs a kitchen knife and stabs at her. The two throw punches and wrestle on the floor and table. The fight goes on until Athena pulls out a shotgun and starts shooting. Crystal runs upstairs and jumps her when she walks up. She knocks the gun away, but they start fighting with knives. Crystal then gets stabbed in the stomach and shoulder. It seems as though she may lose the battle, but she eventually turns the tables and stabs Athena back. As Athena dies, she asks her if she really got the wrong person and Crystal confirms she did. Crystal then eats some food from the kitchen and puts on one of Athena's dresses. She walks onto the private jet and tells the pilot she killed the people they worked for. She and the flight attendant eat some caviar together and they begin to fly home.